Hey everybody, this is Geoff. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Market Minutes. We've got some different things going on with a big development in DC and some fall home tips from JT. So let's get right to it. As a lifelong Washingtonian, I've loved watching this city reinvent itself through the years in areas like Union Market, the Wharf, and now with this new development on the old Walter Reed site, the Parks DC. My dad was a career military man, so I grew up spending time visiting the Walter Reed Army Medical Center, Post Exchange, and commissary with my parents. The hospital itself has a long and decorated history of serving our military veterans returning home from war. In 2011, the base closed and was combined with the efforts at U.S. Naval Bethesda. And now, after years of planning and development, the Parks DC is finally transforming this 66-acre space, one of the largest parcels in the city. This new mixed-use community is coming together with great living, working, retail, and dining options, as well as over 20 acres of open green space. Part of the plan is to maintain some of the historic buildings on the campus and creatively repurpose them for today's market. Affordable veteran and senior housing is already delivering on site, and the first two residential buildings are now open. The apartment building is called The Vale, and it's got great amenities like a saltwater pool and cabanas. And the first condo building is the Brooks DC, now over 60% sold. The Brooks is a thoughtfully designed building with 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms, starting from the low 400s up to the 900s. All the amenities that you'd want in new construction today, you'll find at the Brooks. Beautiful kitchens with quality cabinetry, porcelain tile backsplashes, and up-to-date stainless steel appliances. Engineered hardwood flooring can be found throughout, and you'll get full-size stackable washer and dryer in each unit. The building boasts a rooftop deck with city and park views, access to the Vale's resort-like amenities, and a 10,000 square foot dog park with all that green space nearby. So others might eat is finishing a project for affordable senior housing nearby, and the most anticipated development on this campus is the Whole Foods anchoring the marketplace, coming on the northern section, on track to open next year. Now, it's not just about real estate down here, it's also about community. The Parks has been hosting lots of great fun events like movies on the lawn, free yoga and fitness classes, and farmers markets and summer concerts. This weekend, they're even hosting a free all-ages music festival called Down in the Reeds, featuring local jazz musicians, workshops, art activations, and more. If you're interested in checking out the Brooks DC or any other new construction, please remember to bring one of us with you at your first visit so that someone's looking out for your best interests. Now let's kick it over to JT, who's got some really timely fall home tips.
Hi everybody, it's JT Burton here with the Jeweler Burton Group of Compass with another edition of JT's Home Tips. We're here on location getting a home ready for market and thought it would be a good opportunity to go over some things that you guys can do to help get your home ready for the winter months. First thing I want to talk about is gutters. As we get into the fall months and the leaves start to fall from the trees and we get these rainstorms, a lot of debris can start to collect in your gutters. It's important to keep them clear because as debris gets into your gutters, it'll clog them and then just send water cascading over the gutter, which can honestly end up in your basement. There are companies that provide gutter covers, but they're not all made equal. Some of them are just a flexible mesh system that actually work against you because it really can compound the issue with just having debris stuck in there with the mesh bending down into the gutter. Other ones are more rigid and actually don't allow any debris to get in, and it's just as simple as getting a garden hose up there every so often and just washing them out. Next thing I want to talk about is the tree canopy on top of your house. One of the best things about the DC metro area is we have these huge, massive, mature trees. But with that also comes a little bit of maintenance. You got to make sure, especially in these months, that tree limbs aren't overhanging your house. First, because you don't want the debris falling on your roof and clogging up your gutters, but more importantly, as we get heavy snows, limbs can break, snap off, and end up on your roof. And obviously that's something that you're not going to want to have to deal with. So be proactive and get your tree canopy cut back. Last thing we want to talk about is hose bibs. When it comes into the colder months, we got to make sure that there's no more water in the pipes behind the wall here. So how you do that is you turn off the valve inside and then you open up this valve here to bleed out all the water that's in the pipe. If you keep water in there over the winter and then you get a really cold night, it's very possible that the water in here freezes. When water freezes, it expands. You won't know that your pipe is broken until you get a warm day, and there will be water everywhere. So it's incredibly important to bleed out your hose bibs. When bleeding out the hose bibs, it's important to find your supply shutoff valve. A lot of times they're aligned from the outside of the house where the hose bib is. Somewhere you'll find inside an access panel, much like this. So then you just take it, pop it down, and then find the shutoff valve inside. And always remember, righty-tighty.
Thanks, JT. That was great info. And thank you all for tuning in this week. As always, if you're not already, please give us a follow on Instagram or Facebook at Jeweler Burton. And if you know anybody who's getting into the market, could use some assistance, please send them our way. You know we'd love to help. Have a great weekend, everyone.